Hi, this is Holly at the Potomac Bead Company. Today I'm going to show you how to make these simple wire earrings. What we're going to need for this project is some 20 gauge wire. I'm using some non-tarnished silver art wire here. And then you'll also need some 24 gauge wire. And this is what we'll be using for the embellishment on our earrings. And you can use this it is available in a variety of colors. And you can just choose whichever color that you'd like for your earrings. We are going to need several different tools. We're going to need a cutter. We're going to need chain nose pliers. You may have a need for round nose pliers, so you can use those if you need. And then also we're going to be using a small steel bench block as well as a small ball-peen hammer. And we're going to be using that to help strengthen our wire. To get started, what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of your 20 gauge wire, and you're going to want to have about 6 inches, and you can absolutely adjust this depending on how long you want your earring to be. What I failed to mention is you can also use a file, because once you've cut that wire, you're going to want to file that down just a little bit. If you don't have these professional files, you can use a steel emery board or something like that. But what that's going to do is take off that rough edge, so when that goes through your ear, it's not going to hurt you. Okay, so you file off the edges of your wire and try to straighten it out just a bit with your fingers. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your pliers, and wherever you would like for the bend to be in your wire, and I'm just a little off center, and I want it to be just a little off center. And you're just going to make a bend just like that. And you can see our earring is already starting to take shape. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to come in with our ball-peen hammer, and with the flat side we're just going to tap on that wire slightly just to give it a little bit of strength. And just do that by going up and down. You don't want to stay in the same position for too long. And when you're using the colored wires for this part, you want to make sure that you don't tap too much to take that colored finish off. Okay, so you can see that that's flattened it out just a little bit, but given it more strength that it's not going to bend as easily. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to cut a length of our colored wire, and then we're just going to start randomly wrapping in a messy way and just make it look as neat or messy as you like. So to do that, we'll come in with our cutters and just cut a small piece. I'd say no more than 8 inches. And then on the longer side, we're just going to start wrapping. Now the thing that's going to be difficult is when you go to make your second earring and you're trying to make it look the same as your first. So we're just going to wrap that around randomly like that, and just go down a small section of the earring. And then what I do is once I've gone down a little bit, I'll work my way back up to give it that messy look. And this is a great way to just get a little pop of color but still have a cute little earring. So I've gone the whole way down as far as I want to go, and now I'm going to start working my way back up. So I'm just going to try to cross where I've already wrapped my wires. And if you want to overlap some of those, you can. I'm kind of giving it like a little crisscross look here. But however you do it, that's up to you. Just keep going. These would be great way to give gifts for that hard to buy for person. If they like jewelry and earrings, this would be a great quick and easy gift to make for them. Okay, so almost there. Just make sure that I'm kind of sitting it in place. There. Now if you wanted to, you could go back down again, but honestly I think that's probably good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and twist that or wrap that at the top here, and then I'm going to trim those wires, and you want to make sure that you come back in with your chain nose pliers or your flat pliers and pinch those little pieces down so they're not going to scratch you whenever you are wearing them. Just come back in there like that, and there you go. Now what I'm going to do is, it is just a tiny bit long, so we're going to trim that up a little bit, and then if you wanted to add a little bit extra, you can see that with my earring here I've flattened out below where the wire wrapping is, just to give it a little bit extra of a decorative look. So you can do that if you'd like. Also, when you hammer on the back part of that wire, it's going to give it a little bit more strength for when it goes through your ear. Okay, so I'm going to just trim a little bit more here. And this would be a great opportunity too, if you wanted to. You could make a small loop and add a bead for a dangle for just a little bit extra. So I'm going to trim that off like that, and then come in with my hammer and just flatten that out, just like that. Okay, I'll trim this other side up just a little bit, and again, that's going to be the side that you want to file off with your file. Just a few little scrapes on that till it's flat and you can't feel any sharpness. And then come in and tap again. But there you go. You would go ahead and try to mimic the second one as closely as you can, but that is our quick and easy wire earring.